chocolate on it. Big bank, take small.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Now and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Busts through the tackle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And I think the ball's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They go play action here on first down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
A give to Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try and run forward Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Back
to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. The Falcons send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Anthony Walker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Watch you now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, New Orleans! Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll drop to throw. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Cut.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything. And sometimes that's...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
36. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll look to throw now on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The give is to Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ronald Jones, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
"19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Malone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
They'll set up a throw. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, for touchdown, New Orleans. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Elliott now to add the extra point. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll go again to Jones. And he spins through. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
3-19!
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Check. Black 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot! No, check, Patriot!
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. Room to run inside the 40. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. A handoff to Smith, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now it's Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nyheim Hines taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that is. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So out come the Falcons now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pickup there of 22. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Jones. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Detroit! Detroit!
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?